Why, hello there. This is YipperX5, and I'm bringing you a Star Sonata 2 tutorial. That's right. This is a game I've played forever. You know, it's kind of a small game. It's a little indie game, if you want to call it that. It's not a huge player base, but it's been around for a long time. It's been floating around doing its thing. You know, it's a really different style of game, and it takes you a little bit to get used to it. So, I mean, you just gotta kind of jump right in there and get to it, which is what we're going to do. So basically, I already have an account. Actually, I have a couple of accounts, that's fine. That's the cool thing about this game is they don't get mad at you for having more than one account. Anyway, so you'll click this account right, or you'll click this thing right here, this new account button. You'll give it a login name, a password, and an email address. But since I already have one, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to go ahead and do is click continue, and what that's going to do, or connect, my bad, and then what that'll do is that'll bring you to this screen. Now you won't have these things over here. Basically what you'll have to do is go over here and type in a character name. So we're going to do something, a little Katakeo Hitman Reborn. Let's see what that's. Let's see. Oh snap! Okay, so basically here's what you're going to do. You type in your username. It won't tell you if it's correct or not because you've got to pick one of these first. So you can pick either the pirates or the enforcers for your starting missions, and all that'll basically do is decide how you want to start your game out. It's not completely relevant to later in the game. Actually, it doesn't have anything to do with anything past like level 20 something, because everybody's able to do everything past that level once you get out of the Nexus area, which is the starting zone you're going to be in. So just for giggles, we're going to go ahead and pick the Nexus Cadet because I like it because I feel like it's the fastest way to do it. So basically what happens is there's this tutorial that'll pop up and say, hey, let's learn how to thrust. So you press the W button. And then boom, you get the thrust. And then you can turn left and right with A and D. And then you're always going to thrust towards the back of your ship. So, you know, this thing's kind of annoying at first. So, you know, you let spacebar to fire your weapon. And now we got to go help this guy out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the plus key really quick, so I can zoom in a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and fly towards his ship, but not too fast. So just like barely tap the W. Then you hold the space bar and you start firing your weapon. And, you know, you try to keep your nose pointed a little. You're trying to lead him a little bit because you got to realize it takes your projectile time to get there, which is, you know, that's how you do it. So now what I got to do is he wants me to go over here and kill some of these test drones. So to do the test drones, you know, same concept. Just fly towards it. You can even stop and just be kind of like a little gun turret or whatever you want to call it, and just kind of come closer. Remember, I'm using the S key to stop or slow my ship down, and I'm using the W key, and I'm trying to basically control how quickly I go to a target and how far away from me it is. You know, the controls are a little difficult to master at first because you're not just controlling yourself and moving up, down, left, and right. You are essentially just trying to maneuver yourself while you're moving. So it's kind of a hard concept to wrap. Now what I just did right there was most ships in the game are actually equipped with what's called a super weapon or a super item. This one actually has two. It has one that is called a shield salvation device, and what that does is it does this special tweak called a shield salvation, which just gives you a bunch of shield regen so that you don't die as quickly. Or if you're really low, it helps you out. Oh, and I guess I should have gone over that. Your shields is like your HP. If your HP reaches 0, just like in every other game, you die. This game's a little different though. If you die in this game, what will happen is you'll be ejected out of your ship in a space pod or a spirit, depending on which one it is, or depending on which one if you have a space pod or an escape pod equipped, then you'll eject in that, and you won't lose any money if I'm not mistaken. But somebody can come and kill your space pod, but the AI won't. And if you eject in your spirit, then you'll lose like 10%, I think, of whatever your max credits are. So I have 55,000 credits, so I would lose about I would lose about 500 and something credits, you know, if I died, which is not that big of a deal. But hey, you know, stuff happens. So your energy down here is like your mana, it's your resource. Everything on your ship just about requires energy. Your radar requires energy to work, which are basically like how you can see things. Your gun requires energy so you can shoot it. And your shields require energy so that they can recharge. So, you know, getting a good energy bank is as important as getting a good shield bank, because if you don't have good resource management or good resource regeneration abilities, then you're not going to go very far. So but we're really low level, so that's like not drastically important right now. It's important to get better at piloting and not taking damage. So you see, basically what's going on is I'm shooting this guy right here, and he's not taking very much damage. That's because the mission wants me to use my secondary special device, or not my secondary, but my other special device, which is called a mini mash driver device. Now what this does is it's basically an attack. It's like a special move. So I'll fly towards this guy, and I'll press the 2 key, and boom, just wreck his face really quick, because that's what this thing does. This thing does an absurd amount of damage for it's good in that case where, hey, you're about to die or the enemy's about to get away, and you really, really just need a little extra burst of damage. Oh, I missed. Well, that's the thing about it, is it doesn't have the best tracking, so it's kind of hard to guarantee that you're going to hit something. So typically what I'll do is I'll fly at it and kind of try to, but these things are annoying because they blast around left and right. Most AI don't actually do that. Those guys are just a special case. So what we're going to do is we're going to dock at the space station, and we are going to train some skills. So what he wants me to do is he wants me to train whatever skills available in this place. Typically you'll double click on it, read it. He wants me to train weaponry. But there's only going to be one skill available here, which is up here in the skill tab. You go to that, and you find weaponry. And what it'll do is it'll tell you how many skill points it costs, and you can look down here and see how many you have. Or you can go over here to the character tab and go to your skills, which you don't have any, and see how many skill points you have. So we're going to double click on the weaponry. Boom! Now we have a new gun. Cool, we got a cadet's beam. So now what he wants us to do is he wants us to go and attack some more drones, but this time we're going to use our cadet beam. Well, right now we've got our ion cannon queued up, and so how do we change our weapons? Well, we press the E for echo. You press that key, and then now you get to go and you get to shoot this guy with your things. Now what he's doing is called kiting, which basically it's an AI, and so it's very odd that they even know how to do that. So what they do is basically you kind of fly away from your target as it's flying towards you, and you try to shoot it. And you try to dodge left and right so that you don't take any damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go into the next area. Oh, that was your map that opened, by the way. You can see right here we've got 2 places that we need to go. This one is called Earth Force Outpost, and we're in Cadet Academy right now. So we can double click on that, and what that'll do is that'll take us there. We just went through a warp gate, which is kind of like a doorway, and now we're in a different room. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fly over here, follow our mission tracker, and it wants us to kill some of these things. So I switched back to my ion cannon because the cadet beam uses a lot more energy than I have to throw around right now. I don't understand why that guy shot at that thing while I was attacking it. That was funny. Okay. So what's going on here? Oh, you guys are attacking my friend. Stop. See, because it's an Earth Force ship, so you're supposed to protect the Earth Force ship. You're supposed to be like a cop, you know what I mean? So, boom. Alright, we took out 2. Now we're going to go take out a 3rd one. Oh, see, that's the cool thing about this game is there's collision code. Because, like, if you look in here, see, my gun won't go out. Even my laser hits the rocks, because, it's very hard to penetrate an object. You need a special type of weapon, which is called ethereal. It's a type of weapon that is in this game. And necessarily the weapon doesn't have to be called ethereal, but it needs to have ethereal properties to make it capable of killing, or not killing, but piercing through objects. Otherwise, your object or your weapons will just collide with things. So, using the terrain around you is important, and it'll allow you to maybe not die as quickly. So now what we got to do is we have to do more training. Okay, so what does he want us to train? He wants us to train our electrical engineering. Okay, electrical engineering is our energy level. So now we're going to get a better energy. Boom, we did. We got a better energy. We don't have a radar for some reason. So I'm actually going to go and buy a radar because for some reason my ship didn't spawn with one. That's kind of depressing. Now what does he want? He wants us to double click on our energy to equip it. Okay, so basically right now we have a flux capacitor. Our flux capacitor gives us 1,210 energy, but 39 units of regen per 1.2 seconds. And 1.2 seconds is like, it slides, so it doesn't give you that every 1.2 seconds. It just kind of gradually gives it to you. So essentially what we're trying to do is, and some energies give you like extra bonuses, like improved shield, improved shield recharge, for example. This one gives a little bit of those. Now what we need is, we actually need an energy that gives us more energy regen over that, which is what the cold fusion is, which is what we just got from the mission. So the cold fusion has 210 banks, it's 1,000 less energy, but it has 72 units of regen, which is much better. Also, I think it's smaller. Yeah, it's smaller too, and it weighs less. So, in all honesty, for our little ship, it's good. So we're going to double click on it, and that'll equip it. Go ahead and sell the Flux Pavilion. Or not Flux Pavilion, Flux Capacitor. I'm sorry, I've been listening to a lot of dubstep lately. Cool, we did exactly what we were supposed to. We probably should have clicked it except for that. Now, what it's going to teach us, it's going to teach us how to pick up loot. Now, how you pick up loot, or pick up things from stuff that you destroy. You bring anything from outside of your ship into your ship. If you're able to pick it up, is you have to use a scoop. And a scoop is basically set to go on your C key for Charlie. So as soon as I kill this thing, because he'll make my life not as easy. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try and kill this base, which is a very small little weak base. It's not as powerful as like some of the other things in the game. It's just got a lot of HP. And what it did right there was it fired a missile at me that was really slow. You need to watch out, because basically being this small and light, if you get hit with like an explosive force of like a ship dying, or or a missile, for example. Here, I'll just let you. Oh well, shoot! I killed it too fast. Sorry. What I'm doing is I'm trying to dodge the shots. Or I'll just take a couple of shots and let you guys see how the shield regen thing works, because it's really cool. See, now I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. So I'm gonna press number 3, and look at my health going up. Look at it go up. Look at it. Boom. Full health. Which is awesome. See, that thing I think is what it fired at me that did so much damage. Here, I'll show you what happens when you get hit by a missile. Boom! You get knocked way away. It's crazy. And then they're going to fly over here and pick up that block. And there it is. It wants us to take attack plans to the other base. So I'll right click on this little floater over here. And what it'll do is it'll fly me over here. And I'll dock with this base. Boom. Mission done. Cool. Got some. I got an augmenter. Nice. Augmenter is like a permanent upgrade. It's like socketing a gem or something like that. So now what he wants me to do is he wants me to get shielding. So I'm going to go to shielding. I'll double click on it. Boom. And now what does it say? Now he wants me to purchase a guardian. Guardian is a type of shield. So we're going to go. This is how you dock in. So we're actually going to go to trade, and then we're going to pick the shield section, which it already had us on, which is cool. And we're going to find the Guardian, which is Tech 1. And it's incredibly better. It's got 1,400 shields. Our current shield has 1,000. So shields, actually, they get much better as they go up. This one also has a little extra shield regen per second, and much more bank. So I'm going to buy that, and we're going to double click it, and we're going to sell our first line. So we're going to keep conserving space. We're keeping conscious of how much it is. Okay, so now Cadet Rico, she wants us to go and explore. Not so much explore, but go on a patrol, basically. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to double click on the Nexus, on the map that it opened up for us. And you can go down here and you can close your map automatically, or you can press F6. Okay, wow, there's a lot of guys down here. So what we're now going to do is we're going to go fight some of these guys. And after I do that and tie up this mission, I think I'll draw a conclusion, because I'm pretty sure you guys can figure out what to do from after there, for the most part. For the first like 20 levels or so, you basically want to try and do missions, because missions are really easy places, or easy sources of experience. As you can see, there's 2 AI in here that are Guardian AI. They're set up to protect the players and allow them to, or help them out. One of them is called Officer Wesley, and he flies in a cadet, and the other one is called Joey the Bruiser, and he flies in an Outlaws Volcom. So it's a pirate and a cop, and basically their job is to make your life as easy as possible, so you don't have to, get frustrated because this AI is beating your face in, and there's nothing you can do. See, like, oh, watch, just watch. He's gonna come over here. He's gonna pop him. Watch. I'm gonna do it right there. He's gonna pop something, get some extra energy regen. See, that was awesome, right? All right. So I don't know why I keep getting zoomed in so much. I don't like my camera being in that close. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly over here, and we're gonna kill these slightly smaller. Now they have less HP, but they're faster. So they're not as easy to kill. And see, I completely missed all of my mash driver devices right there. So actually, you know what? I'll zoom in a little bit better for the sake of the tutorial. Oh, there it is, the burst. Oh, there's Joey with the follow-up. All right, cool. All right, so now what she wants us to do is she wants me to dock and see what's going on with this distress signal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dock at this base right here, and that's going to conclude my tutorial because Ahab wants us to do some stuff. So I will catch you guys in the next part of the tutorial. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Be sure to stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and I will attempt to make the videos better in any way. So if there's something you didn't like and you wanted to see in the video, leave it in the comments or send me a message, and I will do my absolute best to show you guys what I missed or fix what you guys don't like. Until then, I am YipperX5. Stay safe.